Brooke, who has always been a rival of Taylor in the race for Ridge's affection, now finds herself in a difficult situation. With the prospect that Taylor may not have much time left, will Brooke continue to keep Ridge for herself, or will she choose the nobler path of encouraging him to return to Taylor so that she can have a happy final days? This situation puts Brooke in a position where she may have to face great sacrifices. On one hand, her long-term love for Ridge, and on the other hand, her complicated but true friendship with Taylor. The relationship between Brooke and Taylor has long been followed by viewers with a full range of emotions, from jealousy and confrontation to unexpected moments of sympathy. Recently, Brooke has shown reconciliation with Taylor and no longer keeps her distance as before. This has opened up an opportunity for both to become friends, ignoring old conflicts. But now that Taylor may be on the brink of death, will Brooke be willing to give up her love for Ridge again for the woman she once considered her rival? Brooke's mind is changing, and this will test her compassion. If Brooke discovers the truth about Taylor's condition, she may act like a hero. The prospect of Taylor facing life and death may make Brooke see that fighting for Ridge is pointless at this point. The right thing to do is to let Ridge return to Taylor, giving them a chance to have one last happy moment together. This would be a sacrificial act on Brooke's part, as she puts her feelings aside to help a friend and foe find joy in their final days. Brooke has shown the ability to sacrifice for love and family in the past, and this time may be no different. She may realize that giving up Ridge is not a failure, but a noble act, so that Taylor can feel happiness at last. In a spirit of compassion, Brooke may encourage Ridge to reunite with Taylor and hold a wedding that brings joy and hope to Taylor before she leaves this world. The wedding between Ridge and Taylor will be an emotional event, not only because of Taylor's health condition, but also because of Brooke's presence as a witness and blessing. Brooke, with her maturity and tolerance, may decide to stand aside to help Taylor fulfill her dream of reuniting with Ridge and her family in her final moments. The image of Brooke, who was once a fierce fighter for her love, now becoming the biggest supporter of Ridge and Taylor's marriage, will be an emotional and unforgettable moment. However, the question remains whether Ridge is truly reuniting with Taylor out of love, or out of a sense of responsibility to the woman who was his wife and the mother of his child. Ridge is also facing his own internal conflicts. Over the past time, he has been lost between his feelings for Brooke and his memories of Taylor. Taylor's impending death may push Ridge into a situation where he must choose between following his heart or doing the morally right thing. These twists and turns will create complex developments as each character must face their own emotions and responsibilities. The wedding scheduled to take place next week may be the culmination of dramatic events when all the conflicts, love, and sacrifices are pushed to a climax. Although Taylor is about to face death, she will have the joy of family reunion. But is that true peace, or just a temporary shell covering up bigger troubles? After Taylor and Ridge completed their emotional wedding ceremony, a huge shock came. While everyone was still immersed in the joy of the wedding, the doctors brought unexpected news. Taylor's latest health diagnosis showed that she did not have severe heart failure, as originally predicted, but instead had a minor heart problem. And if she followed her medication and avoided severe stress, Taylor could live a long and healthy life. This was like a miracle to Taylor, a release from the death sentence that had been hanging over her for so long. Relief and joy filled Taylor as she realized that she would have the opportunity to continue living with Ridge and her family. She no longer had to face imminent death, but instead could hope for a bright future. This makes her marriage to Ridge even more complete, as she can now continue to share her life with the man she loves. But while Taylor was feeling blissful, another character was sinking into despair and completely collapsing. The fact that Taylor was not dying and still had the ability to live a long time made Brooke feel deeply betrayed. Before that, Brooke sacrificed her feelings and was willing to withdraw from the race to win Ridge to help Taylor have a happy last days. But now she discovered that her sacrifice seemed to be in vain. Taylor was not in danger of death, but succeeded in winning Ridge, something Brooke could not bear. doubt quickly arose in Brooke's mind. She began to doubt whether Taylor was really as sick as she was initially informed. Brooke believes that Taylor may have exaggerated or even faked her illness to gain sympathy from Ridge and those around her, which leaves Brooke feeling extremely angry and heartbroken that the man she has loved and sacrificed for so many years has been dragged into a marriage that she believes is built on deception. The battle between Brooke and Taylor, two women who have faced off countless times in the past, now officially begins more intensely than ever. The tension, rivalry, and hostility between them will explode in the coming weeks as Brooke is determined not to let Taylor take Ridge easily without a fight. She believes that Taylor has taken advantage of the situation to manipulate Ridge, and now she has no reason to stand aside. This battle is not only about love, but also about honor and pride. Ridge, a man who has always been stuck between two women he loves, will have to face a more difficult decision than ever. Will he side with Taylor, who has just escaped the death sentence, and become his wife again? Or will he return to Brooke, the woman who has always been an indispensable part of his life? Ridge knows that both women have good reasons for their actions, but this choice will shape his future forever. The Bold and the Beautiful promises to bring the audience into a relentless battle between Brooke and Taylor. Every step they take will be carefully calculated, not only to win Ridge but also to protect their honor. Brooke will not sit still and lose, and Taylor will not easily lose the man she has just reunited with. The plots, plans, and tensions will continue to escalate, making everything more dramatic and unpredictable than ever. This situation is not simply a love triangle like the previous ones, but also raises questions about loyalty, love, and sacrifice. Brooke and Taylor both have things to protect, and Ridge will have to make the most important decision of his life. Will this fight end with a clear winner, or will there be an even more surprising outcome waiting in the wings?
Oh,